Hey guys, and welcome back to Pitstop, and to many of you, welcome to Pitstop, because we have so many new subscribers. It's crazy. I think we've tripled our subscriber count the last week or two, and it's just amazing. And from the bottom of my heart and the whole Pitstop team, thank you, tack to everyone out there that has already subscribed. And yeah, a lot of more cool content is coming, so we hope you won't be disappointed. Today we're going to talk about project cars and the status on these projects. We have not only one but two project cars to talk about. One is our own, and the second one is, yeah, you've seen the title, TeamOdiffat. We actually have two more or less identical project cars, RS6 V10s, crazy performance wagons that we are both working on at the same time. And honestly, we're about at the same place when it comes to getting these cars up and running and making them really fast. Before we move on and talking a bit more about the status of these cars, it's not a coincidence that I'm standing here in Malmö, outside of Malmö Raceway, home of speed, because we want to make our RS6 V10 wagon really fast. And I know that TeamOdiffat has the exact same plan. So what we would like to do is, for you guys that want to follow our RS6 V10 project, make sure to like this video. And if you also want us to race TeamOdiffat, which we hope to do, RS6 V10 versus RS6 V10, make sure not only to like but also subscribe to Pitstop, and also write in the comment which car you think is gonna win in a race between Pitstop and TeamOdiffat. The more people we get on board on our channel, the more interesting and the harder it will be for Felix and Kalle to turn us down in a race. And to make things even better, we will choose one of you guys, one of our subscribers that has commented on this video, to win a DRAGY performance meter, the GPS performance meter that we will be using to do performance tests on our own cars and hopefully use when we race TeamOdiffat. So make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and also write a comment who you think is going to win in this contest, so we can have a really awesome race with TeamOdiffat. And one thing that I just want to point out, when we say TeamOdiffat killer, it is with all the love in our heart we can muster, because we are not out to have some drama or stuff. We have been talking with TeamOdiffat behind the scenes since they bought their car, and that whole process was also really interesting. And we're just so super happy to see their channel, one of the biggest in Sweden, jumping on the V10 wagon, and literally the V10 wagon. So it's all for fun, and we hope to be able to do some cool videos together with them going forward. But let's jump into one of the other V10 cars we have in the Pitstop garage, my white S6, and talk a bit more about the status of our project cars and also how we actually ended up in this situation. Just to catch up, guys, we actually were bidding on a wrecked RS6 wagon for the Pitstop garage. We already had two. One of them is my business partner, The Count, his daily driver, which we've done a full-length video of on the channel before, which you can find up here somewhere. And the other one has been in pieces for quite some time, a real project car. So that was one of the main reasons why we actually backed out of buying the wrecked RS6 on the Swedish auction site when we did, which was on a quite early stage, because when I say we, I mean the Baron, our V10 mechanic, has our hands full with V10 cars in the garage. And it ended up being TeamOdiffat, Kalle and Felix, that bought this car. And as I've said before, I don't think we could have wished for anyone better than those guys to buy this car, because they have one of the largest car YouTuber channels in Sweden. They are great at what they do, which is getting wrecked or cars in bad shape up and running again. And this will give our platform, the C6 Audi generation, a lot more exposure and interest, which we're really grateful for. So in the end, all is good. But now, where do we stand with our two different project cars? Well, to be honest, we can actually go back outside and start with the engine bay. Here we have another V10. This is the 5.2 liter from the S6 Avant, which is my daily driver. And as many of you know, it's a V10 5.0 liter engine with double turbos, biturbos in the RS6 Avant. And the status that we have right now is that both Pitstop, the Baron, our mechanic, and Felix and Kalle have been working for a couple of weeks on the engines. Felix and Kalle, they needed a new engine for the wrecked car. They sorted that out. They moved a lot of stuff from the old engine to the new engine, vice versa. And my hat off to you guys. I and the rest of our team was a bit skeptical when they bought the car that, okay, this is gonna take a long time for them to get up and running. But Christ, guys, it's almost like you've done this before. In just a couple of weeks, you managed to, between other projects, get a new engine, get it in the car, and well, how that will work out, if the new engine runs or not, I'll leave that to Kalle and Felix's video. I have been in contact with them, as I mentioned, so I have some information, but I'm not gonna spoil the surprise. But the crazy thing is that the same day that they actually got their engine into the car, the Baron also managed to get our engine in our project car, the black RS6 that we have in the garage. And I've actually managed to get the Baron to film for me in the garage. He took some pictures. It's not the best quality, but just for you guys to get some idea of the project we're working on. Because what you need to realize is, yeah, you see this engine bay. It's insane how Audi even managed to put a V10 engine in a normal wagon, a normal car. And to top it off on the RS6, they put two snails in it as well, two turbos. It's insane, and there's so many parts. We have some images of, because we have a spare engine and actually a spare gearbox for the RS6 as well in the garage. And you can see on these images, there's so many parts. It's insane. And for Felix and Kalle to actually just get the first Audi V10 engine in all the right pieces, that's impressive in itself. But what I want you to take away from this video as well is that there's a lot of stuff you need to do to make these cars running. Our project car, B3, which is Bettan 3 for you Swedes out there, it has been in pieces, as I mentioned, for a long time. And I kid you not, I talked with the Baron and I asked him, what do you think the approximate cost would have been if we went to a normal garage mechanic shop and asked them to do all the work you've done? And he said like approximately 100,000 svenska kronor, around $10,000 US. And I would say it's approximately like 60% labor, because it's so time consuming to get these engines out and in of the car. It takes forever, and if you make one mistake, you miss a hose that has gone bad, you need to pull it out again because you can't reach anything in these cars. So yeah, it's a project. The Baron said that he's done so many small and big things on B3 the last couple of months that it's hard to summarize. But a quick rundown is we changed two of the camshaft drives. We replaced a lot of the gaskets, a lot of hoses to make sure they're good and won't break. He's also done like minor repairs on broken clamps. He changed the seals in the oil filter housing and also exchanged some injector valves. So yeah, a lot of things have been gone through the car, and we actually managed to get the engine into B3 just the other day, the same time that TeamOdiffat put their engine in their RS6 V10 wagon, and I bet their video will go online any day soon and we will have an update on their progress. So yeah, while we wait for TeamOdiffat to upload their own video and also hopefully respond to our little, I wouldn't say challenge, but yeah, maybe a friendly challenge to race our cars, I thought I should actually give my 2 cents on the outcome of a race between Pitstop and TeamOdiffat. And to be honest, I think it could be really interesting because Felix and Kalle, as I've said before, they're really great at what they're doing, and obviously they work really efficiently and fast on their cars. And one thing that they have with them, except the fact that they're actually at least 2 guys, from what I've seen on the videos, even 3 or more at some times, and well, we only more or less have the Baron, our V10 mechanic himself. So behind the actual workforce, they also have one it could be pretty big advantage, is that their goal is to make their RS6 V10 wagon to a real beast, an animal. They have actually manufactured a completely new downpipe without any catalytic converters at all. So that car will not, in its race form, go through the Swedish bilprovning, as we say. So that car will be a bit extreme, which is awesome. Our take at Pitstop on the other side is to have insanely powerful and enthusiastic daily drivers. So our RS6 will have an exhaust system that will be doable to go to bilprovningen and get the car registered, and without any need to change the exhaust and stuff. It should be a daily driver, but still a really powerful one. What we have on the pro side of things is that, well, the Baron, our V10 mechanic, has worked on these cars for several years. He knows them inside and out and will be able to do a lot of important work when we have problems, because we will have problems. That's a given with these cars. Our B3, our project car, actually has a tune on it already, but it's not the best tune out there. So one thing that we might actually have with us is if I can lure Eddie at Eddie Performance, which unfortunately has been shut down, to help us with the tune, then we might actually have maybe an upside on the tuning side, because Eddie is a real mastermind when it comes to tuning, but he really doesn't really want to work on these older cars because they break a lot easier. But hey, if he can do it as a friend for us and being a part of the project, we might be able to convince him. On the other hand, TeamOdiffat has a really good contact network, so they might actually find, which I'm honestly betting on, find a really good tuner as well. And as said, with that completely decatted downpipe, they will have a bit of a head start when it comes to actual performance figures, if we don't decide to change any of the components, like bigger turbos or something like that. We'll see. I'm pretty sure we will do something like that in the future, but I'm not sure that we will be able to do it as fast as we need to be able to race TeamOdiffat, because if I know those guys right, they will probably, if they get the car running good, they will probably have fun with it for a while and then probably sell it for another project car, which I fully understand because that's what their channel is all about. New cars, new projects, while at the moment at least Pitstop is a V10 channel above anything else. So yeah, I'm just super stoked to be where we are right now. I'm so freaking motivated to continue doing content, and hopefully with you guys support we can grow the channel even more. So as said, make sure to hit that like button on this video, subscribe if you want us to compete a friendly competition with TeamOdiffat. If you want us to race them with their RS6 V10, please subscribe to the channel, and as said, write in the comment which car you think is gonna win, and we will pick one of you guys as a winner of a DRAGY performance GPS meter. So yeah, I think that's about it for today, guys. Stay on the channel and look out for new uploads. More is coming, and definitely more is coming on our project car and yeah, TeamOdiffat RS6 killer. So yeah, have a good one, guys, and take care.